Okie doke, it's time for breakfast. I love breakfast. I have all my stuff here ready to go. First thing I have to do is, bought me some more butter. First thing I have to do is make my toast, because I don't mind if my toast gets cold while I'm making the other food. So, the way I make my toast is the way I'm going to do it today, I take turns. Sometimes I do this dry, but I want buttered toast today, so I'm going to do it buttered. A very thin layer of butter, just so that it'll get nice and brown. And I mean a thin layer. I don't use a lot of butter, but if there's butter on it, it heats up a lot better. There you go. Turn on my burner on low. And then put the butter on top. And this doesn't take too long to toast. It really doesn't. Takes very little time. But it does a real good job of toasting it. Don't need no stinking toaster. And I like having a piece of toast with my eggs. Yes, we're having eggs today. I'm going to make scrambled eggs today. Make it a little interesting. Okay. So it takes a little while. I didn't want to have it on the whole time. But see how nice it gets? Nice and toasty. This makes great grilled cheese too. It's a perfect size little pan. I still like my little pan. Once in a while I wish I had a little bit bigger pan. But for the most part this is fine. I think you remember I've even made mashed potatoes in this little pan. Little frying pan. So it's made quite a few things. I like it a lot. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do, I have hash browns. They're not frozen anymore because I don't have a freezer. But, you know, they last as long as it's in the cooler. They're fine. And I went ahead and put butter on my hash browns, and I'm going to fry them up that way. I do have a bottle of oil. Excuse me. But I just don't feel like doing the oil. I'd rather, if it's going to fry up, crisp up, I'd rather have it crisp up with butter. And then I'm going to scramble the eggs, and I'm going to put cheese and bacon in my eggs. That should be tasty. I like scrambled eggs with cheese. And the bacon bits will just add to that. Aha! Look at this. Is that nice? That's a nice looking piece of toast. Okay. So the next thing going in will be my hash browns. Whee! And I am going to turn it down on this one because I want them to cook through without burning. Put a little bit of butter on top. Had some on the bottom. Yeah, that'll work. That should be all the butter I need for this session. Yum, yum. Don't that look good? And I'm going to have scrambled eggs. I'm going to pause you for... I keep turning it off accidentally. I don't mean to. Yeah, I could have cooked a little longer. I'm going to flip it over a couple times, I think. Yeah. Why does it see here? Let me try this. This is interesting. I had my NPR app on, But when I play a video, it usually stops. But for some reason, when I turned on my video, it didn't stop. Huh. That's interesting. I have to think about that. I might be able to use that. Because my NPR app, I can either listen to my St. Louis local where they're talking, or I can listen to jazz. I could play jazz in the background while I'm doing stuff. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Maybe. Yeah, I got that app. I'm so glad I got that app because I'm used to sleeping with music or with them talking. And so now I've got it on, they talk at night while I lay down. I get to listen to the BBC because at 11 o'clock it switches over to the British Broadcasting Company or whatever it stands for. And I can listen to the world news. It's still mostly talking about the virus, but I get other stuff too. That's all anybody is talking about, even on NPR. But every once in a while I'll get something different, especially on the weekends, because I get to listen to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, which my buddy is a guest on a lot of the time, not most of the time, but he's one of the people on the panel. And so it's kind of nice to listen to the weekends, for sure. This is doing pretty good. It's not quite crispy as I want it, so I'm going to let it keep cooking for a little while. But it's getting there. I'm going to pause you again so you don't have to, watch all of it. Okay, I think it's about ready. So I'm going to take it off. Move it back just a little. Get my eggs ready. Please don't drop your eggs, Mitzi. That would be a mess. Okay, put that on the plate. And now we have a plate that doesn't want to sit straight because there's no weight on it. I gotta turn this down considerably. Maybe I can do this. I don't know. Once I get an egg in there, it won't be a problem. Crack that egg. Oh, I don't have a garbage thing ready. Okay. That's alright. Ooh. Okay. This is going to be scrambled eggs. Come on now. I can pull it back over now. I see, I can put my bacon bits in. Put a little extra bacon bits in today. I'm just in that kind of mood. Scramble, scramble, scramble. I don't put the cheese in until towards the end because I'm always afraid I won't be able to tell if it's done. Because the cheese makes it real runny. And I don't mind runny with cheese, but I don't want runny with this gooey stuff. The gooey stuff has got to be cooked through. So I usually get pretty close to done before I add the cheese. And I forgot to put my pepper on. Gotta put some pepper on there. Like lots of pepper. Love pepper. Can't have too much pepper. Pepper's good for you. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. That's pretty close to done, I'd say. So now I can put my cheese on it. Get my cheese. There's some cheese. I think that's enough. We'll find out in a minute. I think that's probably going to be enough cheese. What you think? What you think? Is that enough cheese? Yeah. I don't need tons of cheese. Oh, that's going to be so good. Don't that look nice and tasty? Yeah. Only thing would make it better is if I had some onions and green pepper, damn it. I've got to get some onion and green pepper. Okay, that is ready. I'm turning it off. Moving it back. Here's my plate. Oh, that smells so good, you have no idea. Be a little bit careful here. Don't have to be too careful. No, I don't put salt on my eggs. I don't use salt. There's enough salt on stuff already to where I don't worry about it. Sometimes I put salt on my hash browns, but I didn't this time. It seems to make them crispier. Alrighty. Ready for breakfast. Give it a little taste test. Oh yeah. Oh, great. Yeah, I know, I'm not supposed to use that hand. I keep forgetting. Okay, yeah, I'm just waking up. Oh boy, that tastes good. So I'll talk to you in a minute because I'm going to eat my food. Hey, I'll tell you what. It pays to get the right kind of frying pan. I just accidentally got the right frying pan. I don't know who makes it, but nothing seems to stick to it. And this was just a cheap little frying pan. It was the smallest one I saw, so that's why I bought it. I don't remember where I bought it from. I think I bought it at Walmart, but I'm not sure. But it looks pretty rough, but man, it does good, and it's easy to clean. Even with the cheese, it doesn't stick to it. I used no spray this time. So I had no spray in it, and my eggs didn't stick. Nothing seems to stick to it. It's great. So I just lucked into that. I don't know what kind of surface it is. It doesn't look like anything special. It's not one of those fancy ones. I can tell you that much. It was pretty cheap. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I'm going to spend the day probably at the park today. And I'm really happy with the way my organizing is coming along. I still have a few things I need to do, but I'll show it all to you once it's completely done. But there's a few adjustments I've had to do on a couple things. And some of it is unmentionables, which I'm not going to go into because I don't have just all females on my channel. But yeah, I've had to make some adjustments, that's for darn sure. I don't know why certain things aren't working the way I thought they would, but I figured out how to get it to work right. That's what you do. You don't. That's why I say you don't know until you get out there and try things. And I've gone through a few different. Well, anyway, I'm not going to get into it. Not going to do it. Okay, everybody have a wonderful day. Stay happy, healthy, and hopeful, okay? And keep following your bliss. It's worth it. It's so worth it. That was such a good breakfast this morning. I loved it. And so I'll have one more meal today sometime. And later on, probably around 4 or so, 5. Yesterday I had a cup of noodles. I was going to make chicken and one of those packets of noodles that I have, because I have an Alfredo packet. But the only chicken I have is a big can. It's not a small tuna-sized can. So I don't know, whatever is left over, it's going to be a 2-day meal. Because that noodles is a lot of noodles, too. And so I'll try to videotape it and put it on another video. But it's pretty basic stuff. It's a lot of chicken, though, in that can. It's like a double tuna can, double size. They had smaller chicken cans. I don't know why I didn't get them. Okay, I love y'all. I love you, Patty. Take care, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.